Hey, crypto family, how are you? What's going on? I hope everything's going well for you. I hope you're still keeping your hopes and your spirits high, even though the market is kind of sideways to sideways down. Although I've got to say, seeing the price go sideways right now is relief. It's relief. Hopefully, we found a floor. You know, there are a lot of people out there saying that Bitcoin still is going to drop by 50%. I don't really know. Is it? You know, there's a lot of speculation. Personally, I don't think so, but that's not the purpose of this episode today. The purpose of this episode today, oh gosh, is to go over the latest stablecoin that's been released. So real quick, before we get into the article, what is a stablecoin? If you have a stock market account like an IRA or something, and you own Amazon stock and you sell it today, and then it says you have cash in your account, you don't actually have cash. You have the stock market's version of a stablecoin, which is a mutual fund that always stays at $1. So if you have $10,000 in your account, you'll have 10,000 shares, right? Makes sense? So one thing that's been very risky about the world of crypto is that up until the last year or so, we haven't really had a stable way for people to do that. You were either in the market or completely out, as in like your money would have to be sent back to a bank. Tether was the very first stablecoin, but now over the last, say, 4 months or so, 4 to 5 months, quite a few other stablecoins have come out. Some of the more notable ones, this one I'm about to talk about right now, which is Coinbase. They're I believe it's called Circle, if I'm not mistaken, USDC. The Gemini guys, the Winklevoss twins, they released a stablecoin. I forget the details on it at the moment. There are quite a few others. There's one out there I know called Anthem Gold, which is a stablecoin that's basically tied to verifiable physical gold. So I like that one. But the article here today, like you see in the the title of the video, is we should have seen this coming. How did we not see this coming? Okay, so here's the headline. Coinbase's new stablecoin could freeze funds and censor accounts. Dang it. So right as you think we're starting to make some big developments, the centralized powers come back and whipsaw us back into reality. So this isn't really new for Coinbase, though. Coinbase is, while they've done so much positive for the crypto world, blockchain, decentralized world, whatever you want to call it, fighting with centralized, as a centralized company based in America, this isn't new. If you remember, about this time last year, they were fighting off the IRS. The IRS came to them and said, hey, give us all the data on your investors in the US so that we can chase them down for tax purposes. Coinbase fought back and eventually compromised. But so anyway, here we go. Let me show you a couple of pieces here. Here we go. So I'll read this first part and then the quote. Even though this newly launched project could allow more people to use cryptocurrencies, it could also prevent some from using it. In their user agreement, Circle explains that they have near complete control over user accounts. They can freeze funds, terminate accounts, and even report accounts to the authorities. Circle's user agreement outlines their blacklisting policy. So let's read it. Circle reserves the right to blacklist certain USDC addresses and freeze associated USDC temporarily or permanently that it determines in its sole discretion are associated with illegal activity or activity that otherwise violates its terms in this user agreement. In the event that you send USDC to a blacklisted address or receive USDC from a blacklisted address, Circle may freeze such USDC and take steps to terminate your USDC account. In certain circumstances, Circle may deem it necessary to report such suspected illegal activity to applicable law enforcement agencies, and you may forfeit any rights associated with your USDC, including the ability to redeem USDC for US dollars. Circle may also be forced to freeze USDC and or surrender associated US dollars held in segregated accounts, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. So look, I've got to give Coinbase credit for trying to constantly blaze the trail in the world of crypto and constantly innovate. But come on. I'm wondering what they were thinking as they put this out, thinking, yeah, this is going to give us a lot of credibility in the world of crypto and decentralization. The whole purpose, as you probably already know, of decentralization is to not have centralized authorities telling you what you can and cannot do, but putting ultimate responsibility on you as an individual. And this user agreement reads more strict than, what's more strict than this? This sounds as strict as you could possibly imagine, as undecentralized as possible. So yeah, so who knows what's going to happen here? Time will tell. The truth, who's going to use this? I would almost contend that I would rather use Tether than use this. I'm just not sure how this is going to play out. It says, read this part right here. In the event that you send USDC to a blacklisted address or receive USDC from a blacklisted address, Circle may freeze such USDC and take steps to terminate your USDC account. What if you, by mistake and genuine mistake, you receive USDC from a blacklisted address? I don't know. So this is great positive news that they're at least trying to innovate. I just don't know what to make of this. I'll keep you posted on this, but this will be an interesting development. So that's all I've got for you right now. If you're looking for a stablecoin, a money market type of a coin, I don't know if I would say USDC is the way to go. The Coinbase's stablecoin. It also makes me wonder how Gemini's stablecoin is going to play out. The Winklevoss brothers, they're based in New York City. They're extremely, extremely compliant with the city, the state, and federal laws here in the U.S. So it makes me wonder, will Gemini's stablecoin be this strict as well? If so, I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell, though. So that's all I've got for you guys right now. If you guys have more to contribute to this, please comment or send me something, because I would love to know and keep up to date on this topic specifically. Because in my opinion, this stablecoin issue is going to be a huge, huge, huge barrier to entry for the old school traditional investors who don't just want to be either 100% in, 100% out, but would like something like a money market. So that's all I've got for you right now, y'all. Take care, okay? Thanks. See ya.